Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, a couple didn't take the normal advice that people give and flew in the day before. Nope, they flew in the day of their flight. The flight was delayed. They missed their cruise. They thought, well, my insurance should cover it. Guess what? It didn't. So the couple thought that on the flying in the day of, they left a 5-hour window where they were, by the time they figured they'd get off the ship and get their, off the plane, get their luggage, they would still have 5 hours to get to the cruise port, which is only a 10-minute drive away from the airport, and plenty of time to catch their ship. Well, when they got to the airport, they found out that their flight was delayed, and it was delayed from the morning till mid-afternoon. And by the time they took their short flight into the airport and landed where the cruise ship is, they called the cruise line and said, hey, we're here. Please wait for us. We're on our way. We'll make it. And the cruise line, they had already pulled up their gang plates. And once that gang plate is up, they're not waiting for anybody, and they left. Well, they figured, very disappointing, this happened, kind of their own fault for not booking, staying in a hotel the night before and taking that chance on flying in the day of. Well, they figured their insurance, they have insurance. Now, they didn't take the insurance through the cruise line. Now, if you take the insurance through the cruise line and you miss the cruise because the flights were delayed, it's normally still covered. But they had third-party travel insurance from outside. And it stipulated in the regular insurance that they would cover what you missed. So what was delayed, and that was their flight. So the flight was refundable. They got their money back. But the cruise was not, because they didn't show up in time. You kind of see the catch? Had they bought the premium insurance, that would have covered the cruise as well, because it's a causal effect in the premium cruise insurance. So that's something you should always be aware of when you're getting ready to travel and you're heading out. Make sure that the insurance you have is the insurance you need. I always say to people, my big thing is not necessarily about missing the cruise or anything. My big concern is always the health. At least have health insurance when you travel, because that can not only be very expensive, it can bankrupt people. That's how expensive medical bills can be in foreign countries, and if you have to be airlifted and evac and you have to pay for it, all that stuff, that can bankrupt you. Missing your cruise, disappointing, you have to pay for flights home or stay in a hotel, that's something different. Most people can recover from that. Not very many people can recover from an $80,000 bill, $90,000 bill because of a medical emergency. Always make sure you have that. And if you want to make sure that everything is covered, no matter what happens, pay for the extra insurance that you get, and it's called cancel for any reason insurance. If you get that coverage, everything is covered. And you don't have to give an excuse. You can just say, I don't want to go. And you get your money back. It's much more expensive than the regular insurance would be in your basic premiums. But if you really want that coverage, that's what you ask for. Cancel for any reason. And hopefully you won't be like this poor couple who really thought they were going to get their money back. And instead they got like $300 back for their airfare. And they're out the $2,000 to $3,000 for their cruise. And they missed their cruise. Again, I don't know if it was worth that $150 to $200 hotel bill for not flying in the day before. Guess what? I'm leaving this Saturday. As you can probably tell by my voice, I have a bit of a cold. And I just got a phone call from a very good friend of mine. Used to be my best friend's best friend. And when my best friend passed away, her and I got closer and closer and we're really good friends. And I got some great news that she's going to be in Fort Lauderdale area the same time I am. So I'm going to get to rendezvous with an old friend that I haven't seen in about 3 years now. And I'm really looking forward to it. Can't wait to reconnect and say hi. And so that's great news for me. And yeah, guess what? I'm flying in the day before. Every time. uh, and you won't hear those stories from me, especially if you're flying in the winter. If you're flying in the winter, you want to make sure, because snowstorms happen all the time, wind gusts happen all the time, sleet, you name it. This is when you're going to get real delays. So not flying in the day before to go on your cruise to save $100 to $200 just doesn't seem worthwhile to me. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.